Hi, fire signs, and welcome to your reading for the rest of 2022. We have a general guidance pile here, and this is for all three signs, Aries, Leo, and Sag. General guidance from Spirit to help you get through the last month and a half of 2022. We then have a love and finance pile for Aries, a love and finance pile for Leo, and a love and finance pile for Sagittarius. And also know that I will be putting out videos for all of the zodiac signs, so you can look at this for your sun, moon, or rising. One may resonate with you more than the other. You may find that two of them do, or that all three of them do. So please check out the others as well. All right, fire signs, let's get into your readings. Okay, fire signs as a collective, all of you Aries, Leos, and Sages. This is your general guidance, so let's get right into it. First card out, we have Courage, Assertive. We then have Horse. We have Queen of Pentacles. And we have, Mother of Swords or Queen of Swords. Okay, all right. Actually, let me pull these down a little bit here. I don't need the... Okay, general guidance for all of you then, all of you fire signs. Okay, there is definitely something here that has to do with, well, first is freedom here in the Horse, right? And I just love the way these two cards go together, even just like by color palette with that... that beigey, tan, brown, white. Okay, but what the Cougar card is saying here is being assertive. So it says, in silence, find your power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. So this is definitely just some guidance to really step into your power, to step into your courage, to not be afraid to be assertive, and to seek your freedom moving forward for the rest of the year. Again, as with all of these messages, when they come through like this, there is something that's happening in your life that you know that maybe you need to step up to or step out of. But in this case, I think it's really stepping up to, okay? This is a situation where you need to maybe find your voice, where maybe you need to stop sitting on the sidelines and you need to take some action. And just having the belief in yourself that you can do it and that you will succeed doing it. And what it's going to bring you is the freedom, right? It's like the Horse is like stepping from kind of this dark, gloomy side through the door where it's light and bright and airy and positive. So I think there's really something that you need to do here. And because it says in silence, I find that interesting because that really brings me one to these queens, okay? And when we have the Queen of Pentacles, what is she? She's practical, right? She's a pentacle, but she's nurturing. All queens are nurturing and loving and providing. But the Queen of Pentacles maybe provides stability. I really want to go to that stability and that grounded energy, I think, for her, the stability and grounded energy. And when I see all of these browns and it's in the forest here, that's really nature and groundedness. So that's what I want to say. This is something that in silence you are going to do this. You know what? You don't need to be out telling everyone. This maybe isn't a Queen of Wands energy. This is where you'll take on the Queen of Swords energy. And the Queen of Swords is clever. Okay, she's independent, right? So it's going within and finding your own power. You don't need other people to give it to you. So it's that independent energy of, you know, I can do this on my own. I know I don't need other people to tell me or show me how. And she's also, she's direct, I'm going to say, and like clear thinking, able to make a clear path or to take a clear idea and to go forward on that path with clarity. So I think that's what you need here. You're going to, within yourself, need to find your own power, claim your leadership role and take action. And swords is action. All right. And we have the horse here, action. It's moving. It's moving from maybe the darkness or a situation that isn't so pleasant into something else. And it's all about you, though, finding your power, and maybe with the blues here, speaking up a little bit as well. It may be something that you will have to have the courage to speak out to or about. All right, so that is your message. It's really between now and the end of the year, find that courage, be assertive. It's going to get you your freedom, and adopt the energy here of the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords with groundedness, stability, with clarity, being clever, thinking it through first, right? And knowing what it is you need to do and then proceeding to do it. Okay, now I just want to pull a couple of clarifying cards. So let's do that. What do we have here? What else does all of the fire signs need to know for the rest of 2022? Any confirmation? Oh, okay, we had two come out. We had fox. Oh, okay, that's way too many. I'm just going to go with the fox there. Okay, unless there's one more. Maybe there is one more that needs to come out. Oh, and it could be that one. Oh, I love both. Okay, this is really good. All right, whatever this is, okay, you guys, whatever this is, when I said you have to be clever here, I'm going to say, I'm bad at sayings, but I'll just go with clever, like a fox, maybe. And here we have like a wolf in the background. Okay. So the 9 of clubs is wands. So that is like you've been through a battle, and that could be your situation. It feels like a battle, right? You've been through this battle, and you're going to have to take on this clever energy, clever like a fox, to get you through to that 10, right? It's time to change here. You need to get through to the 10 of wands, which is laying down the burden. All right. And here with the 7 of spades or swords, that is, that's kind of being clever. Like, when he's taking the swords, okay, when he's taking the swords and he's kind of running away from them. So if he takes their swords away, they can't hurt him. And I think this may be it here. If you are assertive and you come into your power, you're going to be taking away whatever it is that this situation was able to use to hurt you or put you down, whatever the situation is for you. And we also know that the wolf here, in the fable, outsmarted Red Riding Hood to find out where the grandmother lived so that he could go and eat her, whatever. So it's kind of like being able to have the courage and assertiveness and confidence to outsmart, right? Using this, staying grounded, though. It doesn't mean you're going to be all fiery about it. You're going to be grounded, calm, cool, collective. But using this Queen of Swords cleverness and the cleverness of the fox, the sly fox, whatever it is, and of the big bad wolf here to figure out how to make this happen in order to gain your freedom. So those are your collective messages, fire signs. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Now on to your individual love and finance readings. Hi, Aries. Here is your love and finance reading for the remainder of 2022. Okay, so I'm going to do this in 2 piles. One here is going to be romance. All right, love and romance. And okay, and then over here we have finance. Okay, so let me just take a look at these individually so that I can get an idea. So love and romance. Let's focus here first. All right, we have grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. We have sheep, act with fortitude and cooperation. Archangels Gabriel and hope. Okay, which I love this because look at the two sheep intertwined here. Okay, very loving, very cute. Page of Swords. All right, I like that. And Judgment. Okay. So what I'm going to say for you, Aries, for the rest of 2022 here in love relationship is there's maybe something in your relationship. And again, I'm going with romance here, but if you don't have a romantic relationship, you can certainly take this and apply it to any close relationship in your life. Okay. So we have a 30, which is a 3. So communication. All right. Grasshopper, take a leap of faith. Fortitude and cooperation. I think that there's something that maybe, and we have blue here, right? So that's reminding me of the blue rose communication, right? It's your throat chakra. And even the little Page of Swords here has on blue glasses. And I think this is like a blue feather or something up here. Okay, so I'm going with this is something you're going to have to, in your relationship, maybe speak up, take that leap of faith. Maybe you're dating someone right now and, you know, it's time to go to that next step, but neither one of you are really saying anything about it. You're both kind of, I don't know, holding back, maybe a little bit shy. And so the grasshopper spirit here is encouraging you to take the leap. It's time to speak up. It's time to tell them how you feel. And with the Page of Swords, I really feel like it's, you know, it's being clear about what you want, right? It's bringing in those ideas especially, but even feeling like being clear about your feelings, being clear about what it is that you want in the relationship, being clear that you even want to continue and have the relationship or take it to the next step, right? Because you're taking that leap. So that's what I think you're going to find yourself, the energy that you're going to find yourself in for the rest of the year. And because of this sheep card, I really feel that there's and with the Judgment card too, I'm going to get to that in a minute. I really feel like there's going to be success. It's going to require fortitude and cooperation, as do all relationships, okay? But there will be success here because I see them coming together. And the other thing about sheep too that just popped into my head, like they're very much like, you know, like elephants are very family oriented. They travel in herds, and sheep are also in herds too, right? Like they're very close knit. And I want to say that's why I feel this leap that you're going to take is going to be successful. Okay. You just have to actually speak up though. You have to speak up and say what it is that you want from this person, from your significant other, okay? And to be clear about it, there's, you know, just cut through with the sword here, just cut through the crap, cut through all the stuff and just get right to the point. And with the Judgment card, I think that's going to find balance in the relationship, but I also feel like it's you, kind of rising to the occasion, okay? Because it's like everything is, we're rising up here, rising up, and you're working with archangels Gabriel, okay, and hope. But yeah, this is rising up to that higher next level. It's time. So that's what I'm going to say for your relationship. I'm going to pull a couple of oracles here just for a little bit of encouragement or advice. So let's see here. What do we have for Aries? Oh, and interesting that this would be a dove. We're talking about rising up, right? Okay. New beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So I think that ties in perfectly. This is time to take it to a new level, to step out, take the leap, take that new beginning like the Fool card, right? And just go for it. I think with this Sheep card here, you don't have anything to lose. And I also just popped into my mind, kind of corny, but right, no need to be sheepish anymore about it. Just be brave and, you know, step into your panda power there with the Page of Swords and go. Okay, this one just popped over. Friendliness. You are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. Again, friends first, right? Friendliness. But what's popping out, I know friendliness doesn't mean friends first, but that's what just came in, was friends first. You have the solid foundation here, the base. It's now time to step it up into the next level. Now let's go into your finances. We have Mountain Goat. That to me right there is just kind of Capricorn energy. And, you know, just sheer determination and will, okay? But I'm going to read what it says after. We have Scorpion, all right, which is kind of some sort of transformation. If we think of Scorpio, 6 of Pentacles, so there's going to be success for yourself and even that you can share with others. And the Magician, you have all the tools at your disposal to make this happen, okay, to manifest it. So let's just see what the message is though. So Mountain Goat, it says there's something out of balance in your life. We're talking about finances here. So do whatever you need to do to correct it. So what is out of balance in your financial life right now? What is it? Overspending? Is it you just need to save more? Is it you're just not making, and as with many people, enough to just barely get by? Okay. But I think that what they're saying is the remainder of 2022, we have about a month and a half left. What can you do to bring this into balance? Because only we can help ourselves, right? However, we can ask for help while helping ourselves. That's the ticket right there. You need to, you know, go to divine, whomever it is for you, and ask for help. Call on your angels, call on your animal spirit guides, God, whomever it is, universe, and ask for help. Let them know, look, this is the situation that I'm coming up in right now with my finances, and I need to settle down. And in the new year, I really want to be able to move forward, fixing this issue for myself. And it may not be like an issue. I mean, the situation, whatever it is, like I said, it could just be that your finances are fine, but you're not saving any money, say for your retirement, or just a little bit for a rainy day or for an emergency, whatever the situation is for you. And the Scorpion here is saying, you know what? It's never too late to transform. If you're going through a rocky time right now, that doesn't need to be forever. Okay. If you're not saving right now, that doesn't mean it needs to be forever. You at any time can transform and change whatever it is that you want for the better, okay? Because we're never going to change anything for the worse. So, well, I would hope not anyway. That would be what we call self-sabotaging energy, and we're not talking about that. We're talking about changing things for the better, having the fire and the passion to change this situation, and knowing that in the end, it's going to be beneficial for you, and it's going to be beneficial. In this case, I see it as a family, right? It would be beneficial for your family or the circle of people that you're with, okay? And this is just confirmation, knowing with the Magician that you have everything within. You just need to tap into it, okay? You have the will, you have the mind, you have the clear thoughts and the cleverness. I'm using that word a lot today. And you have the emotional fire like behind you as well to push you forward, to give you that momentum move, because I see this all as fiery. Like, look at all of this, right? This is a situation, but look at all the fire colors in these cards. It's giving you that fire energy to push forward and to get this into balance, in check, or under control. Okay, let's just get some additional advice and energy here. What else does Aries need to know about their finances between now and the end of the year? We have the fortune cookies cards here. So what else? Okay. What else does Aries need to know about their finances? Signs. Your future positive direction will reveal itself. Any doubts and confusions will soon disappear. So if you were unsure about what it is, right, you know you need to make the transformation to bring balance into your financial situation. You have all the tools. Maybe you're going to be receiving some signs on how it is that you're going to bring this abundance to yourself, to your family, to whomever it is that surrounds you, okay? Just know that when those signs come in, and they can come in any way. Anyway, it could be something someone says, it could be something someone does, it could be something you see on TV, hear in a song, see on a billboard, read in a book. There's something, have a dream. It can come in any way. Just be open to the signs, and they will help you gain the clarity, all right, to get that abundance, to get that Six of Pentacles, that balance, everything under control where it's working for you and everyone that is maybe dependent on you, we'll say. Okay, now let's just one more here from the Divine Abundance Oracle. What else does Aries need to know? The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. So while this is happening, okay, we are human. While this is happening, you may run into doubt along the way. You may be a little bit fearful because maybe the sign or the transformation that needs to take place for you, dealing with your finances, could be a little tricky. It could even be a little hard. It could be challenging, emotionally challenging, and even monetarily, right? Like, it may be really putting yourself on a budget. I don't know. You will know what it is that needs to happen, and you're going to get the signs, and you're going to ask for help. But when the doubts come in, when the fear comes in, you just say, that's not me anymore. That's not my situation anymore. I'm liberated from this old energy here. I'm moving into this new energy. So those are your love and finance readings for the end, from now until the end of 2022, Aries. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please give me a like. Share this with your friends if you think there's another Aries that you know that needs to hear these messages. And please subscribe to my channel so that, and hit the notification bell so that you'll be alerted when new readings come out. Thank you so much. Hi, Leo. Welcome to your love and finance reading for the remainder of 2022. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to be doing 2 piles here. Okay, I have all the cards ready. So we're doing your love. Okay. And your finances. So let me just get these. Okay. So I'm going to do love first over here on this side. Be playful with the sandpiper spirit. We have the giraffe. Aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom. Archangel Jophiel, and look at all the sunny energy around Jophiel. 7 of Wands and 8 of Cups. Okay, first message coming in right off the bat is looking at these 2 tarot here. Okay. We know that the Sorry, this is 7 of Cups, not 8. Okay. And the 7 of Wands. All right. 7s are choices, which I find interesting. Okay. And a 6 is finding like harmony and peace and success and excitement and all of those things. And the Giraffe, higher knowledge and wisdom. All right. So for me, that's tapping into your higher self. Okay. So here we go. I feel that for you, Leo, you may, between now and the end of the year in your relationship, find that that maybe you're taking it a bit too seriously, and that you're spending an awful lot of time defending yourself, okay? That you're spending an awful lot of time in this relationship trying to get your point across. That you feel like there may be a constant battle, okay, of trying to not necessarily win, but maybe just trying to be heard. Okay. And I feel that that is coming from the fact that everything's just being taken a little too serious here. Okay. And I think that's why this Be Playful card has come out, because it wants you to find that the playfulness, the harmony, the, I don't know, the excitement, even, communication in a healthy way, because I feel like this communication here is an awful lot of defending oneself or trying to get one's point across. All right. So what the spirit animals here, or your animal spirits, are asking you to do is give up on this energy. You have a choice to make in this relationship here with the 7 of Cups. You can choose to stay in the 7 of Wands energy, or you can choose to let it go and to realize that if you are communicating with your partner, whomever that is, husband, wife, whomever, it could be someone you're dating, newly dating, or been dating for years, it doesn't matter. And this can also, if you're not in a relationship, this can be someone that you're in a close relationship with in your life, okay? I just feel like it's time to make the choice to step up and to see things like a giraffe from a higher perspective, okay? To tap into your higher self and to know that this type of energy in a relationship just isn't going to work. Okay, it's not going to work. It's not benefiting either person involved. And it's time maybe to get back to that playful, harmonious energy that you probably had in the beginning, as everyone does, okay? It's never too late to go back to that. It's not always easy, but it is a choice. And that's what this 7 of Cups is here to tell us, right? There is a choice to step out of the darkness and into the light, right? To step out of the shadow and into the negativity and into the positivity. And I think that that's what you need to work on, Leo, for the remainder of 2022 in your relationship, is just bringing back that youthful energy, that playfulness, that harmony, the excitement, rather than the I need to be heard. No, I need to be heard. This is my idea. I'm right. Because I really feel like that's what the 7 of Wands is telling me here. You're like little Kung Fu pandas, the two of you, just with your little wands out, just, you know, battling one another. And that's no good for anyone. So take on this giraffe higher self energy as well to get there and look at your situation from that higher perspective, big picture, and just realize, look, this isn't serving anyone. Okay, so you have time to work on it. Nothing, it doesn't mean anything's over. It just means you need to do some work, and there is nothing wrong with that. Now let's just see what else we have. I have a couple of oracles here for further guidance. Okay. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. And the first thing that, I love that. And the first thing that comes in is, if all you're taking are the memories that you have shared with those you love, do you want those memories to be of this? Right? No, you don't. You want them to be of fun and happiness and excitement, and knowing that you had a relationship with someone that, oh, how can I say it? That was loving and caring and kind, not combative, right? Not combative or just argumentative or whatever this back and forth play is in your energy and relationship right now. You want to have the good memories, okay? You don't want those memories. Get rid of them. All right. Or just move past it, I guess. Okay. Now, what else do we need to know? And for everyone, I mean, this is going to be different for each Leo, right? I mean, whatever it is in your situations, just know, and like, there's always choice. And this was telling you, this is a choice. This isn't the way it has to be. It's a choice that two people are making to carry on in that energy. Okay, too many. So let's just see here. What do we have? Additional. Self-love. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. Oh my gosh, maybe that's what's happening here. Okay, so it might be time for you to work on a little self-love as well. And if you're working on self-love, Leo, you might find that some of this energy dissipates just naturally. Okay, so those are your love messages. Let's get on to finance. Okay, we have Cheetah. We have Frog, Seven of Swords, and Four of Swords. Okay. Cheetah, get clear on your intentions, stay focused, and move quickly to achieve the goal. So what financial goal do you have? Or did you have a financial goal for 2022 that hasn't quite come to fruition? And maybe you did. If you didn't, no problem. Make a financial goal for yourself for 2023, but start working on how you're going to do that now so that when you step into 2023, you're ready to move forward on that path. Now, yeah, get clear on your intentions, stay focused, move quickly. Aha. And, oh, okay, so I think this is interesting that I said it may not be that this is the goal that you had for this year, but this is a reading for the remainder of 2022. So you might want to take this last month and a half to really focus on, okay, to just sit back, focus on intuitively, let it come to you what it is that you need to do to set yourself up for financial success and abundance in 2023. Okay? And with the frog here, the first thing that comes to mind with frogs is they're leaping, right? So I think it's leap into like the Fool card, leap into a new way of doing things, leap into a new plan that you have for yourself. And what I want to say with the Seven of Swords, because it kind of seems like this is very positive, right? And you think, well, geez, the Seven of Swords. Here's the thing. He's dressed up like a little pirate too, right? Which I love. But with the Seven of Swords, it's when I always think of it like a thief running away in the night, stealing something. And what I want to say for you, Leo, is this is going to be your idea, okay? Don't try to use someone else's plan of success. You can use pieces of it, maybe. You can use it as a starting stone, or as a stepping stone, rather. Horrible with sayings, I really am. You can do that. But this needs to come, I just feel very strongly that this needs to come from you. This doesn't need to come from anyone else. All right? It doesn't mean that you're stealing anything in a sense. It's what triggered me to see this was this needs to come from you. You need to take the time to go within to find out what it is, what your plan is. Okay. And with the frog too, frogs are of water. Or, sorry, of course, they come from water, you know, little tadpoles, but an emotional tie to all of this. I think that's how you're going to know, to get clear on what your attention is. You're going to feel, because of frog, water, emotions, and this is water, is feeling. It's going to be it's going to pull at you on an emotional level. Okay. That's what I feel. It's going to be kind of getting out of your head too, we can say here, getting out of your head with the swords. Yeah, and getting into your emotion and knowing that once you feel that emotional connection, that's when you're going to be able to move quickly ahead in 2023 to achieve your goal. And also with the Seven of Swords too, or I'm just going to say swords energy. Sometimes we pull cards and it doesn't intuitively necessarily have to be the meaning. Like I said, the little thief in the night, the little pirate stealing. That could be for some of you to just know it needs to come from yourself, from your own emotional being, okay, from your emotional self. But with swords, that's intellect. That's the mind. That can also be the ego. We don't want this to be a mind over emotion or even an emotion over mind decision, right? We want it to be balanced. That's getting clear on your intention. So let's just pull a couple of other cards to see what else you need to know here, Leo, moving forward. I really like that. I mean, that's kind of getting focused and setting your sights and making your plan based on a balance of emotion and intellect. Because this is swords as well, right? So I like that. All right. What else do we need to know? Message. Oh, okay. Okay. So there could be something coming in here for you regarding your finances. Maybe it's going to be your year-end statement of your savings, of your RSPs or whatever it is. And you're going to go, wow, I need to step that up. Or maybe it's going to be, your credit card statement at the end of the year where you're going, okay, I really need to think of a way to get that fixed up, right? It can go either way, whatever this is, whether it's that you just, as I'm telling all of the piles, whether it's just you need to save a little bit more, whether you need to clean up some debt, whether you need to, just balance it out. Maybe there isn't really an issue at all. It just could be balance and how you can, do better, or how you move forward, maintaining the momentum that you have. But just knowing that it's not going to be just based on emotions, and it's not going to be just based on your mind. And to look out for whatever message is coming in that may prompt you even, or give you clear direction as well as what needs to happen. All right, and one more is dog. Oh, I like this. So, and it's also, we have here the 10 of Hearts or the 10 of Cups. So at the end of all this, you will be, and I just think it's funny that I was talking emotions here with the frogs, it will be emotionally fulfilling for you. It will, I also want to say it's just going to feel natural and easy. You know, when you have your pet, right? And it's your dog, it's your companion, and they're part of the family, or it's just you and your animal, and it is your family. And it's just easy. They're your best friend. It's just, all it keeps coming in is it's just easy. I feel like that is how this is going to work out for you, Leo. And I really want to say, like I said, I think this is you setting up the plan moving into 2023. You're just going to find a real ease of flow here with the cups as well. There's just going to be a real easy, successful flow to all of this. Once you zone in on that intention and stay focused on it for what you want to do for 2023, but for the rest of this year, you're going to work on that. Okay, so those are your messages. I really hope you enjoyed them, Leo. I will see you next time. Thank you. Oh, and please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. It helps to get the message out. If you know a fellow Leo that could use this advice or need to hear this message, or anyone for that matter, it doesn't need to be a Leo, but sure, everyone has Leo in their chart. But if you know someone specifically or just someone in general that might need to hear this, please pass it on. And if you subscribe and you hit the bell, then you will always be alerted when I put out a new video. Thank you. Hi, Sagittarius, and welcome to the remainder of 2022 love and finance reading. Okay, let's get right into it. I'm going to have two piles, one for love and romance and one for the finances. Okay, and I'll do each one individually and pull some additional cards at the end for clarification or just more general guidance. Okay, so let's start over here with the love and romance. Okay. Dream the world into being, lizard spirit. So cute. I love those cards. And cow. Give with unconditional love and grace. Okay, so dream it into, give with 10 of Wands, okay, laying down a heavy burden, and look at the fireworks going off in the background, and even the panda's looking happy. It's like, finally, I can lay this down, it's over. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is abundance and success, okay? So, we're talking relationship and love here. I mean, this could be that with your relationship and love between now and the end of the year, it could bring in actual monetary abundance for you, or it can just be success. So whatever it is, I really feel for you, Sag, that this is... I feel like this is maybe someone that you're dating, okay? I feel like this is someone that you're dating or someone that you have your eye on, or something like that. I feel like this is something new that's beginning for you. And as I said in the other two piles, if this is not a relationship for you, then it can be a love or a romantic relationship for you. It can be about a very close relationship in your life. But I really feel that this is something new because of this dream the world into beginning. And what I'm getting is you are just starting to date someone. You're just starting to get to know someone. And in the past, maybe your dating has not been going so well, okay? Maybe you're just coming out of a relationship and you're having to lay down the heavy burden of that. And you're now ready to move on, and you're thinking about what it is that you want to dream in for a new relationship in your life. But whatever it is, it's starting new. And I think that's very important when it comes to love and romance and relationships. What do you want it to be? You don't just want to let it happen. Why just let it happen? Dream it into being. Manifest what it is that you want, even the type of person that you want, but manifest the relationship that you want. What are you willing to accept, and what are you not willing to accept? Okay? You know, I feel for some of you coming out of something maybe in the past or just unsuccessful, you know, dating relationships that have been heavy. And I think that's because maybe you were just kind of, you could say go with the flow, but I don't think so. I think that maybe you were allowing the other person to control the relationship, or you were just allowing, I don't know who or what, but something else was controlling it, and it certainly wasn't you, and it might not even have been them, and it was very heavy and burdensome. And I feel like that's what you're going to be really letting go of. And over this next month and a half, you're going to be looking at someone with unconditional love and grace, right? Look at their little third eyes lit up. This is going to be maybe someone that you're going to connect with on a spiritual level, Sagittarius. And being that 3 and 8 is an 11, and that's a master number, right? And I really feel that because to me, this just kind of seems, you know, ethereal. This kind of seems spiritual in some way. It's going to be a relationship on a higher level. And maybe that's what it is that you're dreaming in for yourself. And cows, we know that they're very, I've been getting all family-oriented animals in these readings, but even with cows, right, they're very close. It's a very, I don't know, they're in herds, right? They stick together, and it's teamwork, and they're a gentle animal. They're a gentle creature. Cows are not, they're not aggressive, really, ever. They're not. So I don't know. And they just have those big, they have the most beautiful eyes. I don't know. There's just, so maybe it's something about the person's eyes that will draw you in. I don't know, but there's going to be something about them, their gentle nature. And maybe that's, again, what you're dreaming into being for yourself. But just know that by allowing a more spiritual nature to the relationship take over, right? Unconditional love, grace. It's going to be their being. I feel very strongly, just with the way this card is, it's going to be whatever it is around them. If it's a new relationship and you're looking, when you see that person, you're going to know. You may even see auras. I'm not sure, because it's like I'm seeing something around the person. It may be their gentle nature. It may be their beautiful brown hazel eyes. I'm not sure what it's going to be, whether that's someone you're going to run into, whether you are not in the relationship yet and that's what you're going to try to manifest in, because you know from here in this 10 of Wands that you no longer, or you know what you no longer want. So this is really stepping into knowing what you want and going after it, and knowing that there will be success in the end. That was a pretty straightforward reading for you guys, Sagittarius. And just the fact that there's fireworks in the back, and even look at the panda, like he's taking his hat off and he's like, whew, that's over. I'm moving on to this now. I love that message. Okay, so let's just get you an additional card. I'm going to do a couple of additional oracles here just to see what else does Sagittarius need to know and love between now and the end of the year. Secret admirers. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Ooh, so for some of you, maybe you have a secret admirer. Maybe it's a friend that you've been around. And maybe as I'm talking about this, you're going, that sounds exactly like the friend that I have. And maybe they are your secret admirer and have deeper feelings. Or maybe it's you, Sagittarius. Maybe you see this in a person that you know or that is currently a friend. And you're going, I think I may be getting deeper feelings for them. So very interesting. So either you are the secret admirer of someone, or someone is secretly admiring you. But I feel like it's someone that you know here, okay? Because it's, and the reason I'm saying that is because then they're letting on. So it's someone that you're at least acquainted with anyway. All right, let's see what else, Sagittarius. This is exciting. But I still am feeling very spiritual here, like I don't know, just a very angelic type spiritual. There's just going to be something about them that, and that's how you're going to know. Or again, or it's what you're manifesting in a new partnership, relationship. Okay, so one last card here. Peacefulness. You recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. It's exactly what we're talking about with this person. There is just going to be something about them that you're going to know it. You're going to feel it the minute that you come in contact with them, or it's someone that you already knew, or already know, sorry, it's someone that you already know. And all of a sudden, maybe these characteristics and traits you're going to see them in a different light, right? And maybe that's it. I don't know. There's just something about all of that in their third eyes. You're gonna know. You're going to know when you come across them, run into them, or maybe as you're being an acquaintance, you'll become friends and you'll start developing feelings for them, or them you. Okay, let's get to finances. So what do we have for the rest of 2022 for your finances, Sagittarius? Now, for some, I've had it go both ways in the different piles. For some, this is something you can like work on to finish off the year, or this is setting up your goals and what it is that you want to do financially for you moving into 2023. But you're going to take the last month and a half of this year to get that plan set up and ready. So we have the manatee, and it's accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. Oh, very interesting. Okay. We have the cosmic egg. Okay. 2 of Pentacles and 3 of Wands. Oh, all right. First thing that popped into my head is that there's going to be success in this. The yellow is really, really, really coming out, of course, here. But even in each one of these, it's just pulling the yellow, okay? So to me, that's sun, that's good, that's positivity, all right? Let's go intuitively here and see. I mean, there's definitely something with the 2 of Pentacles that you need to bring balance to, okay? So I really feel like everything is kind of going okay, but for some reason you're not happy with it. That everything's kind of going okay with your finances, but you're not satisfied and you're not happy with it. And I don't feel like it's negative. It's just kind of a neutral for me, but it's just like you're always striving to do better, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I almost feel, here we go, I almost am feeling like it's this, I know this isn't the meaning of the cosmic egg, but I almost, with this snake around the egg, I almost feel like you're squeezing yourself too tightly. You're trying to, it's almost like you want more and more, and it's not greed. It's you just want to do good for yourself financially, but you're almost setting the bar too high or the standards too high for yourself. And it's almost like you're setting unachievable goals for yourself. Although I believe there's no such thing. You can achieve anything that you want. But what I'm saying is, if you're not going into it with the proper perspective, that it's almost like you're setting yourself up for failure because the goal just cannot be reached. And I feel like you're just feeling constricted, or everything's just being held too tightly and you're not quite getting to where you want. So say, for example, I'm just going to use something simple. If it was $100, all right, and it's like you're at 87, and just trying to squeeze out that last $13, you just can't seem to get it done. And what I'm going to say is it's because there's no balance. You need to find balance. And I believe that's the message with that story, wherever it's coming from. Well, it's coming from spirit, but you know what I mean. Like, that's why, for whatever reason, that's coming into me. There needs to be, right, fighting to change it. You need to find the balance. You may need to say to yourself, you know what? I have 87 of my 100 and I've got a month and a half left. I may need to accept that this year, 87 is what I needed to achieve. It's not necessarily the goal I set for myself, but looking back on it, looking back on this past year, I did really well to achieve 87 and to be happy with that and to be proud of that. Now, that doesn't mean that you all of a sudden stop setting goals for yourself and that, you just turn off that drive. Absolutely not. And that's not what the cosmic egg wants here either, because this is like infinity. This is like if the little snake put its head around, it would be like the infinity symbol, right? It's like it just goes around and around and around. It's also the ending in this particular deck, right? It's kind of like the World card, which then brings in this Three of Wands, which is, okay, this year, you may even get yourself up to 91 by the end of the year. Wonderful. But I think it's stop being so hard on yourself and looking back at what you have accomplished and being proud of it rather than not being proud of yourself for what you've accomplished because you didn't quite hit the goal. Okay, that's where I want to go with that. You need to find that balance. And you need to keep setting goals for yourself, of course, and I believe you will, Sagittarius, with this card, right? But the Three of Wands is when you've kind of made a plan. So maybe this is now, let's start looking forward. Continue on your path to the end of the year. But then let's start looking forward to 2023. Let's set up the new goal. Look back, really analyze and look at what it is that you've done this past year and understanding with balance and a higher perspective even, because this is the spiritual symbol in this deck, from a higher perspective, big picture, and that's great for you, Sag, you're good at doing this, what it is that you can do moving forward to improve upon your goal, your financial goal that you had for this year. Because I think it's working. It's just, you just need to just loosen up a little bit, okay? Find the balance, because right now I feel like it's unbalanced. Find that balance. Look, they're in a little hammock. We know that you need to be balanced in there. And then just go out and go after. Great big world out there. Many ways of doing things. Many ways of tweaking the plan that you already have to make it even better. That's what I think this Three of Wands is saying. Okay, so there's your financial message. Let's see if there's anything else here in Oracle that we can get to help you out with that. Okay, oh, I almost thought that one was going to. Let's go this way. I don't want to keep you here all day while I shuffle. So, wisdom. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. Okay, I love this. You can go, you can review, you can analyze, you can look back for wisdom. Okay, not focusing on failure here, because you didn't fail. It's looking back at what you did do and how you can improve upon it. And I like here that it's saying that maybe someone's going to step in and just throw some ideas or some wisdom your way that you may be able to incorporate into this new plan for 2023. All right. Or maybe someone is going to step in and help you to understand when you're looking at your 2022 financial plan, what it was that maybe can be improved upon to find the balance, to loosen the constriction. Okay. Yeah. And moving on with your new plan for 2023. Let's get one more from Divine Abundance here. What else does Sagittarius need to know? This is an awesome reading for you guys too, Sagittarius. I love this. I mean, the love's looking great if that's what it is for some of you. And again, this is collective, Sagittarius. So maybe the love messages don't apply to you. Maybe it's a financial message. Maybe it was just the general message at the beginning. But for everyone, it will be different. Okay, time here. Karma. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. Oh, I like that. Maybe in past lives, Sagittarius, you lived a life in constriction. You lived a life in what you thought was lack. Okay, even though you may have been doing okay for yourself, but you constricted. I see, or, you know, like I said, this card can mean many things, but when I'm talking about that constriction, it's maybe depriving yourself of things to try to hit this goal. And that's not how spirit and the universe and God, whomever it is for you, that's not how they want you to live your life. Okay, so you can learn from the past, even though you may not remember it. And that's the thing. But you're acting it out sometimes in this life, all right? And you need to learn, and this may be for you, your message right here that's going to be your light bulb moment to say, I need to let go of that need for control and to you know, actually not allow myself things while I'm trying to build abundance, when really it's a balance. You can build the abundance and you can have and enjoy and cherish at the same time. And this may be karma that you need to work on to get over in this life, okay? That's your North Node and South Node, right? North Node is what you need to work on to make a better life, and that could be balance for you. And your South Node is you brought this lack mentality or need for constriction, and there is another word and it just will not come out for me. But yeah, not allowing yourself the pleasures. Okay, so there are your messages, Sagittarius. You are a Sag, so you can see this from big picture. You may even have someone step in, be willing to listen. Okay, and let's see if you can't work out an awesome new plan for 2023 that's going to allow you to not only save, increase, better your finances, but to be able to take a little time and a little bit of that money and enjoy yourself while you're doing it. Okay, thank you so much. Please like, please share, please subscribe. It would really help me out, and it would get these messages out to more people. I say share if you know someone who needs to hear this message, Sagittarius or not. Please share it with them, and you can pass this along, and you're doing good for other people as well. And if you subscribe and hit the notification button, you'll know when I have other readings come out. Thank you very much for your time, Sagittarius.